Here we have Armed and Ready, and this is a really gorgeous, big 16 two-hand 4-year-old by Arrogant. I hope I'm saying his sire's name right. Apologies if I'm not, and let me know how to say it if I'm saying it wrong, please. Anyway, this guy is stunning. He is so gorgeous and really wildly athletic and talented. When he came, he'd been turned out barefoot for the last couple of months, and his feet definitely did not appreciate that. And I kind of jumped the gun and I rode him barefoot, and he felt okay. Like, I didn't think that he was sore when I rode him barefoot. And then my farrier came and put shoes on, and he came up a little bit footsore. And I think I probably made him footsore by riding him barefoot. So I felt bad about that. So anyway, he got a couple days off, and his foot soreness resolved with no issues. And then he gave himself a nice little slice on his right hind leg, and so then that had to be wrapped up. So then he got taken out of the field, and then his friend Tommy left. So now he's in small turnout, and he's definitely, I feel bad for him because he definitely misses the large field turnout with friends. So I'm sure he's got a little bit of pepped up energy right now because he was used to like big field grass turnout at night, and now he's in a much, much smaller solo turnout. And he had the better part of a week off while the foot soreness and the slice on the leg and all the things. So anyway, he is, and he's feeling fantastic now that he does have the front shoes on, and his feet obviously feel fine because he's moving like $1,000,000. So this horse is just, God, he just oozes talent. I think he's such a good mover, and there's so much potential here. Right now, it's kind of like raw potential because he's a little bit of like a bubbling, lanky baby horse at the moment. He almost has more athleticism than his body can even quite handle right now. He's a little bit thin. He doesn't have a ton of muscle on him as a result, not a ton of top line at the moment. So it's like he naturally wants to make this huge, beautiful, expressive movement, but he doesn't quite have the muscle yet to support it or to be able to hold it for very long. So that's like kind of the gray area that he's in right now. So we're just working on very simple things like consistency. I want to allow him to come forward, but I don't want him to come forward in such a huge trot that he literally just can't sustain it. So we're trying to find some middle ground. And he just thinks it's fun. Like, he's definitely a horse that likes to work, and he wants to show off, and he wants to do all the things. So I think he's a little bit annoyed with me because he feels like I'm stifling him a little bit. But he was, I mean, for a horse who's really big and athletic and hasn't done much in the last week, he was so well mannered. I mean, absolutely no thought of any naughty or unwanted behavior whatsoever. Just, I think, really happy to be working and to have a job and be showing off. So I did introduce him to poles today because he was sort of wanting to do like a big trot into his canter transition. And so I like to use the poles. Like, that was such a cute little left lead canter transition he just did. That was just perfect. He just, without getting quick, and without, coming above the contact or any big change anywhere, he just, in one step, stepped into the left lead canter. So that's exactly, whenever I go to the poles for that reason, I don't always get that result, but that's always the result that I'm hoping I'm going to get by using the poles. And he actually did the same thing to the right. He had a really nice step into the right lead canter over the pole. So that was a huge success and definitely the way to go at the moment until he just sort of has that notion down pat of, okay, it's just one step. So he stepped really nicely into the right lead canter, and then he thought he should be in a far bigger canter than I thought we should be in. So we took half the lap to have a little conversation about what we thought the appropriate balance should be. And then once he got that, he was really good. He has, I mean, this horse I think is just going to have a fantastic gallop when you get him out on a cross country field one day. He thinks all of this is very fun. And so here in the trot work after we cantered to the right, he really did give me some very nice steps. And I mean, the horse is just such a big, powerful mover. And God, I'd like to see what he looks like in 6 months and a year from now when he's got weight and muscle and all the things. I think he's just, I mean, I already think that he's stunning, but he's really going to be impressive looking. Some really nice steps there. That was lovely. So much raw talent in this horse. Really nice there. He really ended well. He really took a breath and he was like, okay, I guess we'll do it your way. Really, really lovely, lovely horse. And then this is just about a minute of him on cross ties, what he's like on the ground, which is that he wants all of the human attention and he is a big fan of peppermints.